cruising for treasure, and this is my What Sold show, where I show you everything that I have going out the door today. So this is weekend sales, so I do have quite a few items, 18 to be precise. We had sales on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I don't think I had any Facebook Marketplace pickups. I had a couple people message, but nothing ever panned out, per usual. So get your favorite beverage, put your feet up, and we're gonna show you what we sold. So let's see. First one off the top is a vintage Christian Dior slip/nightgown lingerie. This is a polycotton blend, so it's not like a silky type. And this is the label. And this sold for $69.99. It's definitely vintage. This came from our Hoarder House haul, which you can, we have a playlist of those on our channel, so go ahead and look those up. Actually, several items today came from that haul, and basically it was just a bunch of items that came to me free of charge, and they sell $69.99. Now, I will say, I was a little nervous to list this because Christian Dior can go after resellers. I have seen things on like Facebook and Instagram where listings were pulled down and people got bureaus or whatever. So there is a little bit of risk involved. So take that for what you want. You could list it on Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook, not eBay, whatever you would like to do. But okay, the next item, this is also from the Hoarder House. And you'll see, if you watch my videos, a lot of the items from there were from the 60s and 70s and were new at tags. And there was a lot of Pendleton. So here's a Pendleton. It's called a Knockabout. And it's a blue wool button-up shirt. And it's new at tags. And it sold for $30. So that's pretty great. A blue wool shirt selling in April. It's kind of funny. And today it's 89 degrees outside. So that's kind of funny to me. Okay, this is a fun one. I picked up a massive lot of shoes from DSW last summer for $5 each. And I sell them, you know, maybe once, twice a week. And this is a pair from that. It's Sperry flip-flops, and they sold for $29.99. I basically listed all of them without any type of packaging at all because that makes it a lot easier to ship. So no boxes or anything like that. Okay, I sold some postcards. Let's see, the first one is this, it's a Guatemala cathedral. Is that the right? Okay, and this one was actually posted, so you can see that on the back. And this sold for $6.99, which was my full price, which is really great. That's a good price for a postcard. Typically they go for a little bit less or a lot less, depending. Like this one. This was view of the lake from the golf course, Lake Bomacene in Vermont, and that sold for $2.50. And this one is unposted. So my theory with postcards, I do not spend a ton of time researching them. Some of them I don't research at all. I just guess. And initially when I was listing my postcards, I was doing an average price of $2.99 or $3.99. Right now, my starting price is $4.99. And then if I feel there's an element about it that raises the value, then I'll increase it. Like this one, the church in Guatemala. To me, that seemed a little bit more special, so I raised it to $6.99. This one is an ocean liner, And it was actually posted, as you can see on the back. And I couldn't tell the exact date because I don't know if you can see that, but the postmark is almost obliterated a little bit, or it's not very good. And so, but I know it is from the 50s. I just don't know which year of the 50s. And anyway, so I listed this at $4.99, and that's what it sold for. So typically when you get vintage postcards, you're going to get them for, assuming you don't pay too much, you're going to get them for between 5 and 10 cents an item, maybe less, maybe a little bit more. So you figure they're so easy to photograph, to list, and to ship, as long as you have the appropriate items on hand. And so then it's almost a no-brainer. I can list 10 just like that. And then the labor required for postcards compared to a clothing item is a fraction. So I'm willing to take kind of a fraction of the price for the item that sells, if that makes sense. I know it's not for everybody, and that is totally fine. But for me, it works out great. I love selling vintage postcards. I just do have to work on my organization. That is where I'm lacking at this moment, but we're gonna get there. Okay, this one is a vintage Lanz, L-A-N-Z, little sundress, super short, scandalously short. This sold for $40. I did initially, look at this, so sweet. It's so cute on the back. I initially had this priced much higher, but you know, I'm in the business to make sales and to have cash flow, get money coming in so that I can get more inventory and also to pay myself. So one of my theories about selling on eBay is your item is only worth as much as someone is willing to pay for it. So I could have it listed at $79.99 all day long, but unless there's a buyer out there who's actually willing to pay that much, it's not worth that much. So if I have an item that's sitting around and no nibbles on it, and then suddenly it pops up on my watch list, I will usually give a very aggressive offer, because I'm like, to me, that person has an interest in the item, and then maybe a significant reduction in the price will be that little bit extra edge to kind of push them into making that purchase. So I'm not married to my listing price at all. Now, do I want you to come at me with a less than 50% offer on my item? Absolutely not. Because to me, that shows a lack of respect for me as the seller and a lack of respect for your item. And it's always the lowballers that are terrible customers. They complain, they have questions that just are endless. I would say 9 times out of 10, when I have given in to a lowballer, I have regretted it almost instantly. So there has to be a level of respect and courtesy on both parts. But when it comes to the negotiation, if you're gonna start off at such a low price, you're gonna have a hard time making any headway with me. Just, I'm not saying that to you specifically. I'm just saying in general. Okay, let's see. Next is this cast iron trivet. This was a mistake to buy. I don't know why I bought these. I think I heard a YouTuber somewhere say that they got them, and so I saw a lot on an online auction, and I'm like, oh, somebody said that. Let me get all these. They sell for such low prices. This sold for $7, and so slowly. Now, there are some that are worth more. These are not it, just so you know. $7. And that did come from an online auction. Okay, these Harajuku lovers, Gwen Stefani. I think she's having a little moment because she was at Coachella and stuff. Because I say that because I've had these sitting in my closet for forever, and then she's at Coachella, and then my shoe sells. So these sold for $29.99, and I paid $2.50 at Goodwill. They were the color of the week, which was 75% off. They are really cute. They have like the ladybugs. Yeah, that's what they're called. Ladybugs. Okay, what else do we have? And this is all like out of order. Okay. This was an interesting one. This is where you go solely on style, not on brand. This is New York and Company, which I would never just go out of my way to source that brand. But it's a braided leather belt, and then it has that really nice buckle there, which is super cool. And that sold for $20. So I'm very happy with that. I love, if you watch me at all, you know that I do love, sorry for the crinkles. I do love my accessories, any type of accessories, because those are little things that people can spend not as much money on, but they can really upgrade their wardrobe. So they're always, it's so much easier to refresh your accessories than it is to refresh your entire wardrobe. Plus, usually at the thrift stores, they're not as picked through and the prices are not as high. So you still have a decent profit margin. Although I will say that some thrift stores are catching on and pricing things up, but you know, that's fine. Okay, this is a Poshmark sale, and I picked these up at, oh wait, no, they have a Goodwill price on the bottom. I guess I got these at Goodwill for $8. Sorrel, and these were actually never worn. You can see that. They look really nice on the bottom. But they're like a rose gold mule, and they sold for $35 on Poshmark. So super happy with that sale. I'm trying really hard on Poshmark. I don't know. I do not know the secret sauce. I feel like I just have to do like the virtual assistant on there to really make any headway. I don't know. One of these days. Okay, this is another Hoarder House sale. This is a Pendleton herringbone blazer, size 10, and this sold for $23. So, I mean, you'll see, it's actually kind of surprising what I sold this weekend because it's not really according to the season. Jackets and sweaters, which is weird, right? I feel like that's weird. Okay, let me find, okay, this one, I'm very excited to see this sell. This is a really great brand to look for. It's called American Giant. And the tag is very, you know, low key, I feel like. But keep an eye out for that. I have sold 3 or 4 items from this brand. And this one did take a little bit longer to sell. I did price it kind of high. But it sold for $50. I sent an offer to a watcher, or they sent an offer to me, I forget. I think I had it priced at $70. But their stuff is very good quality and highly prized by people who own it. So I'm very glad to see that one go out the door, $50. And I got that at Goodwill. Let's see. Next, this is a nice sale. I'm very glad this sold. This I purchased at Sierra, which I like to go to Sierra because it's like a TJ Maxx, but for outdoor brands. And this is Mammut, M-A-M-M-U-T. I think that's how you pronounce it. Where's the, oh, it's right there on the front, Mammut. And it's new at tags, obviously. I did pay up for this. I want to say I paid $50 for this. Let me see. Which I have done a couple times, paying up for an item at Sierra, and 9 times out of 10 it pays off and it does really well for me. And then there's the one time I currently have something that I paid $40 for and it's just sitting, so that makes me sad. But this jacket sold for $49 and I was a little hesitant, but let's see, the list price, did I have it on the title? No, I did not. I believe the manufacturer price was like over $300. And I listed it on eBay for $200. and ended up sending an offer to a watcher for $150 and they paid for it. So I count that a win, absolutely. And $150, even after fees, I'm making a solid profit and I'm happy about that. And the thing with that is it's a rain jacket and it's not something anybody around here would require, but if you're going, like if you have a summer vacation planned to Alaska, you're going to want a jacket like that. It's an amazing jacket. So, you know, I was happy with that sale. Next is another Hoarder House sale. Look at this, guys. It just keeps coming. The gift that keeps on giving. This brand is Lee Mar Pageant, and it's obviously from the 70s. It's like the secretary style blouse with the bow. That sold full price for $19.99. And then I have this vintage Croft and Barrow sweater, which is really cool with the embroidered duck on it, and that sold for $20. Isn't this weird, guys? Like, it's April, almost May, and I'm selling sweaters and jackets. It's really kind of amazing to me. And hoodies and wool, and it's crazy. Okay, and then the last eBay sale is a Levi's women's denim trucker jacket, and this is a black one, and that sold for $30. This came in a thread-up box. All right, and then the last item, this is a Mercari sale. This was an online auction pickup, and I paid, I think $13 or $15 for the lot. And so let's just say I paid $5 for this. And it sold on Mercari for $70. Who would have known? It's a blood pressure monitor, and I think it just uses your finger. Yeah, it's a finger cuff. So I don't even know. I didn't even know it was worth that much when I bid on it. I was mainly looking for at the headphones and the mouse that were in the lot. This wasn't even on my radar, and it sold for $70. Now on Mercari, I do free shipping. So I do have to pay for shipping, but I'm sure it'll cost about $10 or less. And so that's incredible profit on this item. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so that's what's going out the door today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have not yet, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. We are trying hard to increase our subscriber count, because that does show YouTube that the content we are putting out is valid and people are interested and would like more of it. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, hit the like button, and then tune in tomorrow to see what sold today.